What's up, everyone? Here's our Hour of Devastation. Just kind of box summary of all the packs that we took out and opened, and just kind of go through what we got. I don't think it was the greatest box, but also could have been worse. So we'll do the Mythics first. We got the good Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. Definitely going to build a deck around him. We got Unesh, the Cryo Sphinx Sovereign. My issue with him is that he's so expensive that by like turn 6, I don't know. I just feel like you gotta build a deck around him. He obviously does some pretty awesome things, but when you're just this expensive, you kind of have to build an entire deck around it. When it's meant to just work with Sphinxes, I don't think it's going to be easily integrated into another blue deck I have. So I don't know if he's going to see play anytime soon. I'll probably read up on him, not sure. But then we got someone like Samut the Tested here. This is our third and last Mythic we got in the box. Samut the Tested seems like a pretty cool Planeswalker, actually. Could integrate easily into other green and red decks, so I'm sure I'll be playtesting her out here pretty soon. In the box, I don't think I had this in another video, but we got Pride Sovereign as our foil rare. Pretty cool foil. I think this card could work with other decks that are green, but it's obviously going to work best with Cats because it gets monstrous and it provides us other tokens that make it bigger, and it's, one of those repeating kind of synergy type things. So I like the card, obviously not the best, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Let's keep these in order. Okay. And then we only got 4 other foils in the whole box, which is kind of a disappointment. But our one uncommon, sad face, Bloodwater Entity, not a great card, but we'll take it. Life Goes On. Just frame this and put it above your mirror every morning. You can just try to forget about the loneliness that we're all dealing with, but life goes on, and we will overcome. Countervailing Winds. Cool foil. Yeah, a lot of detail on there, but meh. And then Moaning Wall. This is probably the least exciting. You can kind of get like a little rainbow effect there in the back, but it's just too dark. And then we'll go through the rares we got. Hour of Promise. Not bad, but not the hour we wanted. Probably wanted Hour of Devastation. Ramonep Hydra. Pretty cool green card. Probably go in there with our Sumat for sure. We got a second Pride Sovereign out of this box, so be easier to kind of get a deck that'll work with him. Oh boy. We dropped it. Arona's Last Stand. This seems like an awesome card if you can get it out turn 2. Afterwards, it's going to really start hitting you hard, but 5/4 by turn 2 or 3, that's pretty awesome. I wish we got more of that. We'll probably have to get more of it if we want to play it. Resilient Kenra. Pumps up other creatures. I haven't seen anything with like Jackals yet, so I'm hoping that can be a tribe, unless there's like a previous set that they worked really well with. I don't know. Not the fanciest of cards. Driven to Despair. I think this one's pretty cool. If you got, it works early game, it works late game. I think this is one of the better split cards, in my opinion. If you have a good green-black deck, maybe it's not the best color combo, I don't know. Apocalypse Demon, monstrously large card. I just don't like the upkeep. Tap Apocalypse Demon unless you sacrifice another creature, so that can get kind of annoying. But, oh well. They can't all be winners, Hour of Glory, again, not the hour we wanted, but it's cool that it gets rid of a creature. Torment of Hailfire. This seems like an awesome card. I like cards that scale well, and even early game, if you got to discard cards, that kind of sucks. Or sacrifice stuff, or lose life. So I think that's a pretty cool card. Dream Stealer, like this card a lot. This will probably go in my Nicol Bolas deck as well. Hence why it's in the purple sleeve. And yeah, Menace makes him discard cards if he deals damage to him. My hand itches. Okay, Grind to Dust. Put a -1/-1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures. And then we can dust them and exile any number of target creatures that have a -1/-1 counter on them. This would be sweet with a Locust God, I'm sure, but those colors don't go with what Locust God is, right? Locust God's green, no, not green, blue-red. And this is, so blue-red, and this is black-white. So, could not be more different. Deru with Eyes Open. There's just a lot of text there. It gets you planeswalkers when it enters the battlefield. So that's cool. Cool? Yeah, that's cool. You're cool. Oketra's Last Mercy. I don't know why you would play this card, though. Your life total becomes equal to your... I mean, if you got like a ramp-up deck that you need, or like a late mid-game deck, and you know you're going up against an aggressive deck, this would just buy you a few turns. But that's got to be like a sideboard card. Solemnity. This is pretty sweet. Players can't get counters. Counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or lands. So, yeah, that could definitely work. If you just want to like annoy your friend who's got a sweet counter deck. Angel of Condemnation. It's something that does a lot of stuff. I don't know. I think it's a cool card, but probably not the best card. Leave to chance. Return any number of target permanents you own to your hand. Chance. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. So it's like if you just given up on life, you just ain't having it. I don't really see where that card's going to be good. But someone please correct me if you know. Chaos Maw. 5 and 2 red. It's a 6/6, and when it enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to each other creature, yours included. That's not terrible. That could be pretty cool. Wildfire Eternal. For 3 and a red, you get a 1/4 with Afflict of 4. And whenever it attacks, it isn't blocked, you may cast an instant or sorcery card from your hand without paying its mana cost. That seems like a cool card. I like that it's a zombie. I just like zombie cards. Got an Imminent Doom. Seems like an okay card. We got 2 of them. Makes it still pretty okay. But, yeah. Refuse. Refuse deals damage to target spell's controller equal to that spell's converted mana cost. So it's like, oh, you played this 6 cost. I'm going to play this and deal you 6 damage. And then I'm going to refuse to cooperate. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose a new target for that copy. Oh, so if you got 5 mana up. No, geez, I can't read. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So we got 7 mana up. Deal them a lot of damage. And then make it hit them. So if we got 7 mana just lying around, like we always do at turn 4 or 5. Great card. Alright, Reason to Believe. I actually think this is pretty sweet. For 1 blue, you get to scry 3. That's not bad. And then Believe. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's a creature card. If you don't, put it into your hand. So for 1, you get to set up your next couple turns. And then for 5, you can essentially get a creature that costs more than 5. I feel like this needed to be cheaper. If this was cheaper, it'd be sweet, but that's alright. Swarm Intelligence. It costs 7. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So does it mean it can just double everything I cast? Is that kind of what it does? If so, that's kind of cool, but by turn 7, who knows? Because you're not, turn 7, then you got turn 8, turn 9. I don't know. I just feel like cards that shoot for that late of a game are usually pretty tough to justify building a deck for. Anyway. Kefnit's Last Word. Maybe in Commander that's a better card. I guess every card's probably better in Commander. Kefnit's Last Word. For 2 and 2 blue, gain control of target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Sweet, but then lands you control don't untap. There's a lot of cards I've seen that do this similar effect, and the whole lands don't untap for you. That seems pretty rough. But, yeah. Fraying Sanity. 2 and a blue, enchant player. Beginning of each end step, enchanted player puts X cards from her library into their graveyard, where X is the number of cards put into that graveyard from anywhere this turn. So it could be none. It's probably going to be none most turns. Wait. No. Cards in the graveyard. Oh, yes. That doesn't mean they discard. That could be their creatures, stuff you destroyed, whatever. Okay, that's kind of cool. Nimble Obstructionist. For 2 and a blue, you get a 3/1 flash flying. You can cycle it. If you cycle it, you get to counter an activated or triggered ability. Cool. Champion of Wits. 2 and a blue. Comes into play. Draw cards equal to its power. And then you discard 2 cards. So the first time, you just get to, cycle 2 cards in your hand. Well, not, cycle through 2 cards in your hand. Next time, you get to draw 4, discard 2. That's pretty cool. Mirage Mirror. I just think it's a cool card, so I'm probably going to play it in my Nicol Bolas deck for sure. Becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land till end of turn. So for like 5 mana, you can basically trade any creature they want, or you can really ramp something up. I think this is a pretty cool card. Hollow one. I'm probably going to play him in my Nicol Bolas just because I think he's sweet if I have a hand with cycling. He becomes way cheaper, gets me through my hand more. This, I think, is a pretty solid card that could work out fairly well. God Pharaoh's Gift, which I'm pretty sure I have the Amonkhet card that wants you to get this into play. I don't know which one it is, but if I do, I'll probably play it. And at the beginning of combat, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. It gains haste till end of turn. I mean, it costs 7, but that's pretty sweet that it's just going to keep giving you creatures every turn. Abandoned Sarcophagus. It's an artifact you may cast non-land cards with cycling from your graveyard. If a card with cycling would be put into your graveyard from anywhere and it wasn't cycled, exile it instead. Pros and cons, right? That's life. Scavenger Grounds, tap it for a colorless, or 2 and tap it, sacrifice a desert, exile all cards from all graveyards. That could be a pretty cool sideboard card. Or just, good in general. And Endless Sands. Tap for a colorless, 2 and tap it, exile target creature you control, or 4 and tap it, sacrifice Endless Sands, return each creature card exiled to the battlefield. So I'm assuming this card's cool because in combat you're like, oh, my creature dies. Tap 2 and tap it, I'm going to exile it and just store it here. And then every combat you're losing something, you can hopefully store it under this bad boy. And then out of nowhere you just get like 3-4 cards back, 3-4 creatures back on the board. Yeah, that could be cool. So yeah, that was the gist of our box. It wasn't the most impressive. There were definitely cards I was hoping to get that I didn't. Overall, though, I think we got some good material for some solid deck building. And hopefully we can just continue to just building up our collection, building some cool decks. And then next thing you know, we'll be on the Pro Tour, right? Just kidding. But hey, I want to thank you guys for watching these videos. I might make another one with what deck I end up building. May not sure. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching the videos. Maybe you'll like or subscribe or comment, just so I don't feel so alone. And yeah, have a good one. Peace.